I'm going to start out with just asking you to introduce yourself, and then I can go into the questions from there.
Okay, awesome.
All right, perfect. So let's see. Where is my thing? Live on Facebook.
Okay. How's your day been?
Good, and yours?
It's been fun, been very fun, eventful.
Oh, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Okay. It's preparing to go live, so
Mm-hmm.
see how long that takes. Okay, preparing. Let's do this. This. Okay, ready?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Perfect. Okay, it's connecting live. And then I'll just check once it's done connecting to make sure we're on the page.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it takes a little bit longer. Okay, let's see here. Are we live? Okay, fabulous. Yes, we are. Perfect.
Awesome.
Okay, hi guys. How are you? Welcome to our live. We are having a live Q&A today on digital marketing, and I'm so excited to present our special guest expert, Edward Fox. He is the owner of Fox Emergence, and I'm going to let him tell us a little bit about himself and his business and what he does, and then we'll jump into some questions that I've received over the week, and then we'll let Edward say anything else that he wants to finish up with. Okay. So, hi, Edward. How are you? Thank you for joining us today.
Hey,
I would
Ellie.
love to start out with finding a lot more about you and you giving us a description of how you got into digital marketing and just your background, and then we can move forward from there.
Well, Allie, thank you so much, first and foremost, for having me on. I do enjoy building this relationship that we have. I want to be of value to you and to your clients and your customers. So, my name is Edward Fox. Again, I am 24 years old. I've been in digital marketing for a bit over 3 years now. I got into it because of a Ty Lopez ad. It wasn't the Here in My Garage. It might have been another one. But after learning from him about the power of social media marketing and what it can do for businesses, I invested in his course. And then later on, I've invested in other people's courses. And I've been learning what it takes to help businesses get more customers. And after taking these courses, I went directly to the businesses, start building websites, marketing plans, social media stuff, marketing materials, all this great stuff. And I have helped my, I smile at this part, but I've helped my customers, help my clients generate hundreds of customers and hundreds of thousands of dollars in revenue. So, thumbs up on those courses. But it really takes for you to take what you learn and put it into use. You have to apply what you learn before you can get the results from it. So tonight, I'm just going to talk about how to apply what we learn from this stuff, because you don't have to listen to me today if you don't want to, because there's like 370 million other people on the internet probably trying to tell you how to make money with the internet. And well, I just want you to know that I'm authentic and I actually do use this stuff. Just last week, I got a client from a Facebook group, and I've never met this guy a day in my life, but he has a need, and we spoke over Facebook, and I'm helping him fulfill that need, and that need is a sales funnel and a website. He's going to be offering such a great service. It's kind of like a coaching program, but there's more programs along with it. So he's going to have this whole, like an online university. He wants to provide digital products that will be serving people for a very long time. a very long time, and I'm going to be a part of him fulfilling that goal and reaching that need of others. So this stuff I do is cool. It's great stuff each and every day. But yeah, I'm looking forward to answering all of your questions. I want to be of value to you. Not only do I want to answer your questions, but I want to tell you how to reach your goals. And it takes measurable, actionable steps. And another thing, I kind of got exposed to digital marketing when I was like 12 years old. My mom actually bought me this book. I think she saw it on TV, like, late night infomercials. This was 12 years ago now. But but she got me this book from this guy named no, it's Adrian Morrison. No, is it or is it? Yeah, Adrian Morrison. Anthony Morrison is his older brother, but Adrian Morrison had this book and it talked about how to make money online, email marketing, setting up websites, and all this other great stuff. And this was back in 2008. Since then, Adrian Morrison and Anthony Morrison have made over $100 million selling products and services and online courses online. My mom got me the book. She says, Eddie, I'm telling you how she told me. I was 12 years old. I was a student at a middle school. I think I might have been in 7th or 8th grade. But she says, Eddie, I, I know you go with computers. I really think you can make money on the internet. And I said, Mama, I think I said, I'm not worrying about that right now. Because I was 12. But who would have knew that like 9 years later, I would be starting a digital marketing and advertising agency. So I'm here.
Perfect. That's a great
Yeah.
story. Awesome.
Thanks.
It's always nice to hear how everybody gets into their zone of
Mm-hmm.
genius. So that's
Yes.
awesome. Um, let's start out with one of the questions that we received. That's more of one
Mm-hmm.
of the basic questions. So the first question is, why does my small business need digital marketing?
See, okay, so now that's the reverse of one of the questions I had. So now I got to come up with a new question for later because you said come up with 5 more questions. But I knew this would come up. So basically, any business that wants to get customers should be using the internet to get more customers. So digital marketing, I'm gonna tell you the most important marketing tools right here, right now. People could say people could say email lists, Facebook ads, messenger ads. Those are just the tools of the trade. Those are just the tools of the trade. I want you to know how to use the tools of the trade, but the best form of marketing is word of mouth. If I say, Allie, there's a product like with Trainual. I think Trainual is a great product. The author of the E-Myth, he says use Trainual. So I see that it's going to help me and you fulfill the need of building the systems and processes in a business. I say, hey, Allie, check out Trainual. You're like, okay, I'll check it out, see how I can add it to my offer, see how I can use this for my clients. Boom, that's word of mouth from me to you. And now you're going to be using this product or service and you're going to be satisfied from it. And then you're going to tell somebody else and they're going to like, okay, I trust Allie. Allie told me to use it. Boom, now they're a customer. So basically, the word of mouth thing is about social proof. If I use it or if I think it's good and I tell you that it's good, you're more willing to try it. So, and this comes from people being tribal. People are tribal, right? We have our groups, we have our families, we have our church groups, we have our little league football teams that we were in. We have our schools, like middle school, high school. Like if I went to elementary school with someone, I don't even know them that well, but I have some sense of loyalty to them because we were in school together. I know him. We basically friends.
Right. Yeah.
So with the tribal aspect of humans, we should look at how can we get word of mouth and use it online?
Right.
Because that's all this is. That's what a Google review is. That's what a Facebook review is. That's what a Yelp review is. Someone saying, hey, I enjoyed working with this business. The product or service that they gave me has met all of my needs. I could totally recommend their their employee Brittany. Brittany has a smile on her face. Brittany is just the most wonderful human that I met that day. She made me feel good. I will be coming back. That something as simple as that. It doesn't have to be worded that way, but a person saying, "Hey, I love this business. Brittany was amazing. I will be coming back." That as a Google review, someone's gonna say, "I need to go meet Brittany. Let me book an appointment." So basically, what I'm getting to, I'm going a roundabout way, but what I want you to know that the strongest marketing or advertising you could ever use is word of mouth. If you have everybody talking about your business, you don't have to spend a dime on advertising, because like statistics even show that advertising isn't as strong as word of mouth. But the thing is, oh, no buts, no buts. With advertising, with all this marketing stuff, we're just taking word of mouth and word of mouth and putting it online. We need people in these testimonial videos saying, "Hey, I love working with Fox Emergence. He got us to be number one on Google." I have a testimonial video. I have multiple testimonial videos on my YouTube channel. But like if my client calls a friend and says, "Hey, I want you to work with Edward. He did this, this, and that for me." That's awesome. That's what's called a referral. So now online, if we have a video, he said, "Hey, Edward Fox and Fox Emergence did this for me." And now a person sees this video, like, "Okay, I'm going to book an appointment." And I asked the person that calls me and say, "Hey, how did you find out about my business?" Say, "Well, I saw your YouTube video with Dr. Vaughn." They're like, "Okay." I'm like, "Okay, great." And they says, "All right, so how can I get what he had?" That's how this works. You want to get as much social proof for your products and services as possible, because everything is about the customer. It's all
Right.
about the customer. Your
Right.
customers are your marketing plan. If you have satisfied customers, you're going to get even more satisfied customers.
Right.
So
Right. The
every
idea is to
business,
turn them into raving fans, right?
exactly, raving fans. And then you want to, and this is another thing, you want to know where your customers are coming from, right? Because if I'm out somewhere and I just say, "Hey, when you go to a business, they have on the back of a card, they say, 'How'd you hear about us?' They put Facebook, Google, or a friend, family,
Mhm.
or other."
Right.
With the internet, this is so cool. You can actually find out exactly how you got this new customer or this new lead. So there's a thing called affiliate links or referral links, right? Like, people have referral programs. JCPenney has referral programs. Belk.
Right.
Most businesses have a referral program,
Mhm.
and they usually track all these things with links. So with digital marketing, you can actually see where you're getting a return on investment.
Right.
Because let's say this doctor that I have as a client, on that video,
Mhm.
50 million people can watch that video tomorrow.
Right.
And either someone's going to reach out to me and say, "Hey, I saw your video," or somebody's going to reach out and say, "Hey, how can I buy this package?"
Right.
I have to know who saw the video and or what.
Right.
But with the it's links, the affiliate links or the referral links, if my client sends that to someone and they click it, and I can see on my side, okay, Dr. Vaughn is generating clicks.
Mhm.
And if this click turns into a lead or it turns into a sale, I know that came directly from Dr. Vaughn. It's as simple as that.
Right.
So you want things to be trackable. That's why digital marketing is worth investing in. Because let's say this: if you have a billboard on your main street, the metrics of that, the advertising people will say, "Hey, Renfro or Lamar," they'll be like, "Hey, well, 50,000 cars come down the street every day." What does that mean? Depending on the product or service that you sell, those 50,000 cars, if it's 50,000 cars that day, because actually we're in a pandemic, people are being quarantined. We're not supposed to be driving around and going everywhere. A
Mhm.
lot of places are closed down.
Mhm.
So, and even in the event, even if that wasn't happening, we're going towards a new normal right now. I do need people to look at that. Things will not be going back to how they were in the past. Please understand that change is constant and things are going forward instead of going back. But with billboards, Renfro or Lamar will tell you, hey, this street gets 50,000 cars a day. What does that mean for you? As a business owner, you're thinking, okay, potentially 50,000 people could see this billboard. 50,000 people a day may want to call me, and then 50,000 people, 30 days a month.
Mhm.
I'm going to do the math on this because this is fun stuff. 30 times 50,000. 30 times 50,000 is 1.5 million. So you could potentially have 1.5 million people see your advertisement, the billboard, every month, right? But you don't know if this 1.5 million people that are driving past your billboard, you don't know if they're a part of your targeted audience. You don't know um, how much money all these people, all these drivers are making. You don't know where they work. You don't know if they're married. You don't know. I'm doing this little sign because they're driving by. You don't know if they have kids. Boom. What else do you not know? You don't know. You don't know anything about them. You just know they're driving by.
Right.
But
You're
with
just kind of throwing things at the wall and hoping that they
yeah,
stick.
yeah,
So,
and that's not going to
yeah.
work. But with Facebook advertising, you're like, hey, I'm going to advertise to 1.5 million people that fit all of my customer demographics.
Mhm.
Look, they have a job, they make a certain amount of money. They have two kids, and one of the kids is 15, the other kids is 4. The other child is 4. Boom, they're married, so it's a two income household. What else do we need to know? They're homeowners.
I think
Boom, that's a
Facebook
good.
knows too much information.
Facebook is buying all the information they can get. Like Facebook is listening to me right now. I tell you what, I was with a friend, right? This was a couple weeks ago. We were talking about like braces. She said something about, I want to get invisible braces. She said, I think Invisalign. I said, well, Invisalign is cool, but Invisalign is like $4,000 and Smile Direct Club is like 1,800. So I said, oh, watch this. And so I said, right now, so I just said that out loud. So Smile Direct Club is about to show me an advertisement on Facebook. How about I open up Facebook? The second thing I saw, there was one post from a friend. The second thing I saw was an ad from Smile Direct Club.
Yeah.
Boom. I know this.
Yeah.
I know this because I'm in advertising. I love this stuff. I'm basically obsessed. I just got a new book on advertising the other day. Like, how many books are there on advertising?
Wow. I
But I'm
know.
obsessed with this stuff. It's great stuff, but
Right.
you
Okay.
can target people.
Let me move on to the next question because I want to make sure that we get all of them.
Yeah, I want to get all of them too. I don't know how much time we have, but I could talk about this stuff all day. But
I know.
basically, you need to be using digital marketing in your small business, in your business of any size. If you just got started yesterday, you need to be using Facebook, Google, YouTube, Snapchat, Instagram, everything to show people that your business is out there and that is available for them to come shop. E-commerce is the now, it's the past and the future. E-commerce has been a thing since the internet was about, like, like since it came about. So
Right.
look at Amazon and don't be behind the times. Do not be on the wrong side of history. There was a time where Barnes and Noble said that Amazon would fail because people would always want to buy books and have them in hand. Barnes and Noble was wrong. Barnes and Noble was very wrong. They had to sell to another company, I believe in 2019 or 2018, for around $600 million. So you want to be on the right side of history. Move forward
Amen.
as fast as you can.
Amen to that.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, our next question is, what exactly does digital marketing consist of? And what are the main directions for it? So,
I knew this was coming. So I kind of knew all this. You didn't even tell me the questions. I like I told you, I have a
yeah,
list
it's
of
got to be
over.
spontaneous. Otherwise, live Q&A.
Yeah, you're right.
You
So
got
I
to come
like
off the top with
and
everything.
I wanted it to be that way. I really did. So
Yeah.
I'm so glad you didn't tell me beforehand because I don't want this to be scripted like the Kim Kardashian show. Or I mean, keeping up with the Kardashians. So that's funny. They should call that show "Keeping Up with Chris and Her Damn Kids." I want Chris to be my manager when I make it big. I want her to be my manager. I really do. I've been saying that since last year. But okay, so digital marketing consists of the internet, right? So there's social media channels, right? There's Facebook, there's TikTok. TikTok's supposedly supposed to be banned, but it's not. So there's Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. YouTube also counts as social media. I haven't been considering it that way because social media is like, everybody just go on there and post and make videos and stuff like
Right.
that. But YouTube is social media now. Like
Right.
it's definitely social media. You can post stories on there, all this other great stuff, but it's social media now. But it's also the second largest search engine in the world. So trust me on that one. So okay, let me go through the different social media apps that I have on my phone. So LinkedIn is social media. LinkedIn is social media for people that want to make money. Yeah. LinkedIn is social media for people that want to make money. There's Reddit. Reddit is for social media that people they like to talk about stuff. This is like a forum of forums. Trust me, this is the big, huge forum. Then there's all the little small forums under it. So people
Right.
go to Reddit to talk about their favorite things. If you want to talk about 90s rock groups that only had one album, there's probably a Reddit forum for that. So, and another thing, in your business, if you sell niche products, you definitely need to be on Reddit. If you sell fishing rods, you need to be on r/fishing. Like this is how Reddit works. So there's LinkedIn, that's the social media for making money. There's Reddit, that's the social media for blog forums, and there's Pinterest. Pinterest is 70+% women. Women going online looking for things that they like to create or buy. That's powerful. And also there's statistics I can show you that just shows that women run the world. Women run the world, especially with capitalism. So
I like the
I'm
sound of
gonna
that.
yeah, I'm gonna do what Jeff Bezos does every day, and I'm gonna allow women to buy things from me so I could be rich. So, I mean, that's my plan. That's a sound plan right there. That is a sound plan.
It
And then
is.
Alibaba, Jack Ma, he's doing it even better than Jeff is. I think people don't like to talk about that. Alibaba has hundreds of millions of more customers than Amazon.
Yeah.
But
Isn't that big? That's a bigger selling platform than Amazon, isn't it?
oh, absolutely. I
Yeah.
mean, Amazon says they're worldwide, but Alibaba's really worldwide.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, seriously, if you have over 100 million more customers than somebody,
Hmm.
like, let's say this Netflix has like over 110 million people paying them like for it's $17 a month now. That's like a $1.7 billion every month. But let's say Alibaba had over 300 million people paying them $17 every month. Would you say that Netflix is a bigger company than Alibaba?
No.
All right. That's simple math right there. But the thing is, with Amazon, we're counting their money in US dollars. But with Alibaba, people are looking at it's in yen. So yeah, just Alibaba is doing a way better job than Amazon. But okay, back to social media. There's Pinterest, and I spoke about Pinterest. That's 70+% women looking for products that they can buy or things that they can create. It's a great board. What that's nothing boards. I make boards on Pinterest. I'm a part of that 30% that's men on Pinterest. I like to look at little stuff to put in houses that I haven't bought yet. Um, I like kitchens that look a
Vision
certain way.
boards.
Yeah, like I have a board for my future kitchen and my future house. Like I
Vision
need,
board.
yeah, totally. So we have TikTok. TikTok is for the like very short videos, like little cool fun stuff like dances and things like that. That's for if you're targeting like teenagers. Um, on Facebook, you can't target people of a certain age, but with TikTok, you can like run ads to people for little apps or like I've seen like a lot of skincare products people sell and advertise for on TikTok. And then again, there's Facebook. Facebook is the largest social media platform in the world, bar none. Over 2 billion monthly users. It's about 2 billion or 1.8 billion active daily users, like people that are actually signing in and posting and making videos and comments and stuff like that. So if you're going to be advertising anywhere, I want you to be advertising on Facebook. But I need you to know that even the smallest minute things about your customer. So you do need to have a customer avatar, or customer persona, but I need you to be really detailed on what you need to know about your customer so you can target them. So again, how much money they make, children or not, married, how much money. I might have said it already, but
Right.
money is important, especially when selling products, because you need to be able to sell to someone that can actually buy and does
Right.
want your
I
products.
agree.
So after Facebook, I have Twitter on here. So Twitter is nice. People just go on there and just say anything. People on Twitter you can tweet, and they also have this new thing called fleets now. I haven't used the fleet, but I know it exists. And then there's Quora. Quora is where people go and ask questions, and someone comes to answer those questions. People can make a lot of money answering questions. All right. And then there's Facebook Messenger. Facebook Messenger is you messaging people, but it's social media. It's social media as well.
Right.
And then they have like over 1.3 billion users as well. It's a Facebook product. And then there's WhatsApp. WhatsApp was acquired by Facebook, well, bought out by Facebook years ago. And they have like over 1 billion users as well. I think it's close to 2 billion. But basically, Facebook is the bomb.com when it comes to social media. That's how they get so much data on us. And then there's Instagram. So Instagram, it's about pictures, videos, and since Facebook did not buy TikTok, they basically copied some of TikTok's features and created what's called Reels on Instagram. So you
Right.
can do
Yeah.
Instagram Reels. And
Right.
there's also Snapchat. Snapchat, people thought for a while that since the stories feature that originally started on Snapchat, people thought since Facebook copied it, they thought that Snapchat was going to go away. But no, Snapchat is actually gaining millions and millions of users every year. So they're not slowing down. And guess what? Please use social media to get more customers. Now on to the this is the second part of digital marketing. So there's social media and there's search engines. Major search engines include Google, YouTube. Yes, YouTube is a search engine. If you're going on Google, you say, hey, um, why is this? Or what is this? Or how to do this? You can go on YouTube and say how to do this, and you get a whole video showing you how to do one thing or the other. Like I've been working on like for years ago, even I think it's early, I mean, as late as last year, like me working on a car, I'm like, go on Google, like YouTube, like how to do this, how to do that. Just a few nights ago, one of my good friends, this was last week, she bought a Tesla. She bought a Tesla Model 3 and she was trying to figure out how to charge it. So I go on YouTube and I'm like, all right, do this,
They didn't
do
go over
that.
that with her when she bought
Yeah, I'm in my hometown. She's in another place. I wasn't there with her that day. And
it. Right.
yeah, so that was, man, we end up having to call a tow truck and get her towed to and this is not because of my advice was bad. She actually didn't listen to what I told her that night. But because she was 4 miles away from a supercharger and she had 17 miles left in her battery. So I
Right.
told her go to, this was at nighttime. I told her to go to the supercharger. And she was like, what if it doesn't work? I'm like, yo, it should work. You know, it's a Tesla car, Tesla supercharger, and this and that. She didn't listen to me. So the next day we ended up having to call her a tow truck and they took her to the Tesla supercharger and it worked. So that was a $200 lesson, but we're rich. So we get to do that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Is that
Okay.
all the parts of social media? I mean, of digital
There's
marketing?
search engines. There's also Bing, and there's other search engines like Yahoo. But you, and another thing, the main thing is with search engines, you want to be found. You need to be found. When anything comes up about your product or service, you need to be found. And also, there's a whole another newer element of search engines, and that is voice search. Okay, Google, Chinese food restaurants, Savannah, Georgia, open now.
Listings for Chinese food restaurants, Savannah, Georgia, around Savannah. Here they are.
You see, your business also needs to be ready and set up for that. There were statistics out for the past, I think, 2 years showing that about 50% of Google searches will be from voice. And how people find customers, I mean, how people find businesses with voice search versus a regular search with typing in keywords, like there's two different ways for a business to be found. To be found with voice search, you have to do some different things with your website or with your business and how it's set up online. But with, regular, even there's some things that you have to do correctly on that. So it's not just simple, you just put your business online. No, you have to do it in a how does that work? Methodical way. Like you have to know the method to the madness. You have to know exactly what Google says do when you're putting your information on Google. With Bing, you have to know exactly what you need to be doing on Bing when you're updating your information. So there's a
Right.
lot that goes into it, and I don't
So
know if
what
we
would
have
be the
much
step? What would
time.
be the steps for a digital marketing strategy? Would you include that?
Hell yeah, oh yes,
Okay. So what
yes.
would be the steps? Give me like 10 steps that you need to do. One, two, three, four. Just list them.
I
10
didn't
steps.
prepare that for the voice search. For another thing, I would have had it. But for the voice search, I'm not going to say that's still too new for me, but I've had a bunch of articles in front of me about voice search, and I'm like, yo, a lot of the people, a lot of businesses that I talk to, they're not ready for that. So let me not study that. So I'm more onto the Facebook advertising side of digital marketing and the social
So
media
your
rather than
digital
the voice
marketing
search.
strategy would involve Facebook then,
Oh yeah, oh
and
yeah,
not the, okay,
not the
so
voice search
what would be an
because
example of a strategy that you would give to someone?
on Facebook, oh man, again, so you know how I say you want to know as much as you can about your customer avatar.
Mhm.
So I saw an ad earlier. It was on no, that was on YouTube. That was the YouTube ad. That was a YouTube ad. But basically with Facebook ads, right? I did mention you want to know how much a person makes. You want to know what they're interested in. You want to know where they work. You can even target people by what cars they drive. You can target people by they maybe have took this off, but you could have targeted people by which brand of credit card they had. Like if they were Amex user. Like there's so many different things, but what I would say is first you want to be very, very keen on your market. So there's
Step
something I
one,
learned. Yeah,
keen on the market.
keen
That's
on
step
the
one,
market.
right?
Yes, because you want to know the people that you are selling to.
Of
Because
course.
people keep talking about selling, but you want to be serving people. You want to serve them because and a part of serving is allowing them to buy something from you, right?
Right.
Because people start businesses to get profits first and foremost when it comes to the actual money side, but you're in business to serve more people and have systems and processes in place and employees that can serve more people than you just trying to serve people by yourself. Because I took on some clients last week, and hey, I can do all this stuff myself, but I'd rather be able to just lay in the bed sometimes. And I have been doing that because the work is getting done, but still,
Right.
like, you want to have employees, you want to have as many people as possible that can serve as many people as possible. That's business, that's fun, that's good stuff. You're helping people get the products and services they need to live a better life, and you're also helping your employees get paid for what they do best.
Right.
So back to the Facebook thing, you want to know as much as you can about your customer. So there's the market. That's the one. Like, who are all these millions of people that you want to serve? You could be
Right.
saying, I want to serve women. Then you can say, I
Okay.
want to serve moms. Then you want to say, I want to serve single moms. Then you want to say, I want to serve single moms that make $70,000 a year, or single moms that make $70,000 a year that live in Florida, or single moms that
Right.
make $70,000 a year that live in Winter Park, Florida. And then what are these women
Okay.
interested in? They want to learn how to make more money online.
Right.
Boom. You want to sell them an online course or a coaching program. What are you
I
saying
understand.
to them in your advertising copy that can let them know, hey, this woman or this man right here, this person, this business, they're going to teach me something that I didn't know before. They're going to allow me to move away from pain to move towards pleasure. You feel what I'm saying? Because I have a client that I'm going to sign soon. She's a single mom. Um, and I don't even have kids yet, but I want to be able to spend all my time with my kids when I have them. But she has a child now. She's like 5, a little beautiful little girl. She wants to be able to spend more time with this child. So she has an online business. She has 2 online businesses. She sells lip products and she sells clothing. She wants to sell more of her products online so she can spend less of her time away from her child. She wants to spend more time with her child.
Right.
So
So
when you're
what would
able
her second step be in the strategy?
in this strategy with the Facebook advertising, okay, boom, be real keen on your market. Then, like I said, you want to have as much information as possible on your actual targeted your customer persona, because like I said, the market, that's
Right.
that's the huge, that's macro. We want to
Right.
move closer to micro, because especially when you're going to Facebook advertising, you want to be
Mm.
able to target people based on their location, their location. I think that's a broad thing. You can target people by country, you can target people by state, target people by city, you can target people by actual I would say address, because you can put in an address and do, like, let's say 1 mile around this address,
Right.
things like that. You
Okay.
kind of want to be very granular. You want to be able to, you don't
Right.
have to do that in every ad that you set up,
Right.
because you want to do multiple ads to see which
Hmm.
works the best. You have to do a lot of A/B testing,
Right.
and then
Okay.
also test one thing
So
at a time.
what would be
Go
the
ahead.
third step?
Third step, here comes the copywriting part. You definitely want to read Facebook's advertising policy to know what you can and can't say um, in your advertising.
Okay.
And if you're selling a physical product, go to Amazon listings. That's, Amazon listings for your products, the products that you sell, and look in the reviews. I learned this from this guy, Jim Edwards. He does a lot of copywriting. He works with Russell Brunson. So you want to read the different reviews for those products, because you need to know what people like and dislike about this product, because you can put this in your copywriting, both on the advertisement, you can put that on the sales page for your product, and if you're going to have a video sales letter, you can even put that in the video sales letter or a commercial. You feel what I'm saying? The advertisement is a video or it's a picture. Actually, advertising with videos is always going to have a higher click-through rate. It's going to have a lower cost per click, and then you're going to get more conversions. So you definitely want to use video advertising, and you can even do video advertising with the video that you record on your phone. Like, this is great stuff. So you basically, you're going to have all the tools that you need to create advertising that works, because what you want to do is you want to listen to your customers. So again, back to the thing about going on Amazon and reading these customer reviews for the products you sell, you want to know how your market talks about your products.
Hmm.
This is important because mm, 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 mm. So earlier, a part of, and it's another thing to go back on that question, the right time frame. But a part of your question earlier, what does digital marketing entail? Digital marketing also entails email marketing, and you can send people text messages. So I'm bringing this up now because you want to know how to talk to your customers, right? Let's say if I'm selling email marketing to you, you say, hey, I have a list of so and so amount of people. If I'm talking to someone, talking to a business owner that doesn't have an email list, or they don't call it an email list, I have to know which terms they refer to it as. I'm saying, oh, do you have a list of customers and with their email addresses? Oh, I have that. But when I ask them, do they have an email list? They say, what's an email list? You feel what I'm saying? So when it comes to your products and services, what could I think of? Okay, there's shoes. I have shoes for lifting. Those are shoes are for lifting weights or running. So if I go on the Under Armour website, they have shoes for lifting weights. They have special shoes for lifting weights. Those are the shoes for running. They have special shoes for running. They have special shoes for different things. So you want to know what exactly your customer is going to be doing with these products, because I couldn't market those shoes as basketball shoes knowing that they're not basketball shoes, because the customer will know that those are not basketball shoes. Those shoes are for running. Like, that's clear.
Right.
Like, they have basketball shoes. There's another tab on the Under Armour website for basketball shoes.
Right.
Even with Nike, they're like, you want to know a lot about their customers, right? So here's a book, right? It's called The Big Idea by Donnie Deutsch. I read this book. It's a great book, right? So this book is about entrepreneurship. It's called The Big Idea: How to Make Your Entrepreneurial Dreams Come True from the Aha Moment to Your First Million. So he gives step by step how to basically take your idea from being an idea to being an invention, and you have a whole business around it. So this is an entrepreneurial book, but could I call this an autobiography on Kindle or on Amazon? No, because this is not an autobiography. You have to know what your customers are going to call this. What does it do for them? This is teaching you how to be a business person, how to be an entrepreneur. This book will go into entrepreneurship. That's what category this is going to go to. So back to the customers, you want to know what they think, say, and feel about your products.
Right.
So,
So how would a small business measure the effectiveness of their digital marketing?
again, back to the thing of the links. That right here is, we call this attribution, what you just said. There's a tool called Segment, Segment. With Segment, you can track your customer journey. You can see, like, basically the first time when they clicked on your website, did they go to your mobile app, or did they go to this page on your website, or did they look at this? How long did they look at this product, or how long did they look at this page? All of this stuff can be tracked. There's tools like Hotjar, Lucky Orange. You can use those tools to set them up on your website to see where people are spending the most time, like which pages are they on most, where do they have their mouse most of the time that they're on your page.
Are those paid
So,
apps or are they free?
oh, those are paid, definitely paid. I mean, once the thing is, and I'm glad you mentioned this, because businesses have, let's say this, if you have $100 to understand where you're getting the most attention on your website, use that $100, because if you find out there's a certain area on your website where people are spending the most of the time, you need to put a call to action button right there.
Of course.
Yeah,
80-20
or
principle. That's the
yeah.
80-20 principle in action right there.
Let's think about this. You have to, there's another thing. I'm glad you mentioned the 80-20 principle, because there's this thing called the return on accurate results. It's called ROAR thinking, return on accurate results. So let's say this, people say they want to grow their businesses, right? From what I hear, from what I study, from what I see in statistics, the average conversion rate on an online store is about 3%. Let's say it's 2%. But if you take an average, if you take that average and you increase it by even a little bit, let's say you're getting the same amount of traffic to your website, right? So you're getting 1,000 people coming to your website a month. Out of that 1,000, I want to do accurate math. I want to do that. Hold up really quick. My auntie's calling. Hey auntie, I'm on a Zoom call. Can I call you back in a few minutes?
Yeah, sure.
All right, I love you so much. All right. All right, bye-bye. Yeah, that was my auntie. My auntie Robin. She's my auntie in Florida. But okay, so let's say you have 1,000 people coming to your website every month. Divided by 0.3. Okay, I'll do multiplication. All right, so you have 1,000 people come to your website every month. 30 people buy from you. That's a 3% conversion rate. So if you take that conversion rate from 3% to even 3.5%, you have grown your business. But boom, like the question is, how do you increase your conversion rate? There's multiple things that you can test on your website. You can test where your buttons are placed. You can test the colors of the button. There's been like I've seen so many people talk about the different split tests that they've done, like the A/B testing. Red or green, those are two things that work. And with red, think about this in color psychology, red is like a loud color. It's like gets your attention. But when you're driving, red means you need to stop. Green means go. So maybe you might want to turn that color, that button color green for the call to action. And maybe the call to action needs to be buy now instead of add to cart. It's little things like that that's in your customer's mind. Let's say you change it from add to cart to buy now. And guess what? Let's say your conversions go up 0.7%. Now you're making more money. You didn't have to even pay more for advertising. You're just changing different things on your website, and now you're getting better results. So that's a thing called conversion rate optimization. This
How
this is
fast can you get results with something like that?
it could be almost immediate, because let's say this, I'm gonna go on Amazon. I think we're bouncing around. I might need to be actually writing this stuff down, like it's like I'm in a college course again, like writing down my questions, write down the answers for each question. But I'm gonna show you something on Amazon right now. So I'm going on Amazon. I see a Black Friday deal. I'm going to click it. I'm going to see what's the call to action on this on here. So boom, I'm looking at this. All right. Save 10%, promotion available. I see add to cart and I see buy now. We need to have multiple options. And then another thing about it, you can also increase conversions on your website by one, you can add the Amazon Pay button to your website. Because if a person is in the United States and they're on your website, chances are they're already an Amazon customer, because Amazon has over 100 million people paying them $13.99 every month for Amazon Prime. I'm one of them. So if I'm on your website and you have a checkout with the Amazon button, I know that Amazon already has my payment information. I can just click it and now I'm your customer as well. I'm your customer and Amazon's customer. Another thing about it, if you add to your online store the ability for people to break their price up into multiple payments with tools like Affirm or Klarna or Afterpay, these are great tools right there that allows your customer to see that your products are now more accessible to them.
Nice.
Yeah, so there's different things like that with conversion rate optimization, great stuff to consider. But again, back to the original question is, how can people track digital marketing? All this stuff with digital marketing, it's able to be tracked. Oh man, there's different codes you can add to your advertising. There's different codes that you can add to your links. UTM.
For Google Analytics.
Yeah, there's different things like that. Google Analytics, that track. Oh, something so cool about Google Analytics. Google Analytics, after you install that code into your website, you go back into your Google Analytics dashboard. You can see the name of these people, well, not the name, but you can see the age of these people, where they live, their age. Man, you get so much data when you use the right tools. That's why I even mentioned the segment tool earlier, because you need to have as much customer data as possible.
Mhm.
Also, there's, again, back to the UTM thing. There's UTM tracking links. They go a part of the URL. I mean, again, all this stuff is tracked with links. It's all links. Once you set this stuff up correctly, like I said earlier, there's segment. There's tools like Lucky Orange, Hotjar. Oh my gosh, I would be going on for days if I talk about all the different tools that you could be using to actually
Maybe
track this stuff. Yeah,
you
like
can put your information in at the end. Well, not in
Mhm.
because we're on Zoom, but
Yeah,
give out your information and then people can contact you to get more
please
information about
do.
those different tools that they could use.
hmm
We
Yeah.
have only a few more minutes, so I just want to go ahead and get this one question out that
Mm-hmm.
Kevin Dorval asked. He wants to
Hey,
know,
Kevin.
what
That's
do
my
you
uncle's name.
suggest are the best ways to promote a book launch or to relaunch a book?
I just saw this question earlier. So, one of the best ways to launch a book, it looks to me, it's always going to be affiliates. There's going to be people that read your book and they're going to recommend your book to someone else. So not only are those people affiliates, because an affiliate can be someone that hasn't read your book yet, but you want people that do read your book and care about what you have to offer. You want them to direct other people that they know and care about to buy your book. So Donnie Deutsch, right? The guy's a millionaire. Um, he has an advertising agency. Well, he had an advertising agency. He may have started another one since this book came out. I think this book came out in 2009. But Donald J. Trump says Donnie Deutsch knows about thinking big, and his book is a terrific guide for anyone who wants to be a successful entrepreneur. That's the president right there. This was said years ago. And let's get into the other part of the book. Let's go to the beginning. Okay. Oh, this one doesn't have it. But on some books, there's just like 3 or 4 pages of people saying, hey, this book is amazing. Hey, this author is amazing. Hey, this so and so is amazing. If you had that online, if you had like 14 videos of people saying, hey, this Kevin, you said Kevin Dorville?
Dorval.
Kevin Dorville, sir, my name is Edward Fox. Thank you so much for asking this question. I love you. I want to see you win. I want to see your business grow. I want to see your book get in the hands of many people. And also, please have your book on Amazon Kindle and have your book on Amazon Audible. You want people to be able to listen to your book, read your book on their phone, and be able to have their book in hand, please. Like, I can get this book on Audible, but this book was already in the house. I can even get it on Kindle as well. But okay, so you need to have people that have read your book to talk about your book, right? You also need people that haven't read your book to be able to promote your book as an affiliate. Let them be able to get paid even a small percentage of like 20, 30, 40, 50% of the book sale, especially if it's digital. You can do that because if digital books, it's a digital product. You keep making profit every time, every time. And this is good stuff. But you want to be able to have affiliates that can run advertisements for your book on their own so they can get a commission from helping you sell your book. This is what most people do nowadays, especially if you want to rise in the ranks of your industry. If you want to be looked at as an industry great, you need people on camera talking about how great your book is, how great of an author you are, and how great of a service provider and entrepreneur you are. You like, this is amazing that right, this book came out like 11 years ago. The United States president, our current president, says Donnie Deutsch knows about thinking big. And his book is a terrific guide for anyone who wants to be a successful entrepreneur. Now, that could be from the heart, or that could be paid for. But the thing is, that's going to be a page turner right there, because this guy, Donald Trump, this known billionaire, this known businessman, the real estate mogul, he's like, this guy, Donnie Deutsch, is the real deal. You should read this book. You need people talking about your book, Kevin. You need people talking about what they got from the book, what they believe that someone else can get from the book. What are the keys that you provided them with inside these pages? What's the value for them? You need people saying this stuff on video. You need people writing this stuff out in a review. And I want you to showcase these reviews, showcase it everywhere, put in your advertisement, put it in your blog posts on Facebook, put it in your posts on Instagram, put it everywhere. What do people think about your book? What do people think about your creations? What did they get from it? What did they learn? What did they learn? And then what did they do with what they learned? That what result did they get? Because your book and everything that you do, it's about what did they get from it. That's
All
all
the
this is.
transformation, Kevin.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
like everything is about the customer. Trust me.
Agreed. It's we're here to
Everything is
serve,
about the
right? As
customer.
service professionals, we're here to serve.
Hmm. Absolutely.
Okay, it's almost 7 o'clock, and
Mhm.
we've had a great digital marketing Q&A. I want to
I
give
want
you
to do
like
more.
one more minute to
Mhm.
give a spiel on how people would get in contact with you if they want to work with you,
Mhm.
where they would email you, where they would go to your website, how they would get in contact with you, and then we'll go ahead and sign off.
Awesome. Well, Allie, thanks so much for having me on.
Of course.
You can find me on Facebook at Edward B. Fox III. I also have a Facebook page, just Edward Fox. You see me there in my very cute face. I was told that it's cute. I think so too. I agree. Um, I'm on LinkedIn, Edward B. Fox III. Again, that's my name. My website, I have foxemergence.com. I have multiple websites. I really do. There's another one I have. Oh, man, I have to go. What's my sales funnel? Because I have online training. You can subscribe to my membership area. It's my inner circle. Like
You can
I
always
teach
come
about this
back
stuff.
into the video and put all your stuff there.
Oh, for real? I could.
Link,
Oh,
yeah.
that's lit. Yeah. I want to do that, but I have so much because I want you to follow me online. I want you to follow me on Instagram is God Edward Fox. What else do I have? I have TikTok. But I want you to follow me online, ask me questions, book an appointment with me. I want to serve you, and I get to serve your customers by serving you and helping you become a better service provider, a better entrepreneur, and we're just gonna grow and serve the world and show love to everybody. That's what I want to do, and we're gonna make you some money. So again, my name is Edward B. Fox III on Facebook. My name is Edward B. Fox III on LinkedIn. You can follow me at God Edward Fox on Instagram. Okay, what else do I have? I'm on Twitter as well. I'm on Twitter
Everywhere.
at God Edward Fox yet again on Twitter. So yeah,
So you guys
I'm out
reach
there.
out to Edward if
Mhm.
you are interested in his digital marketing services. He's available, and
Yes.
he will put
Mhm.
his links back on this video as soon as it's over and converts to Facebook.
Mhm.
And we thank you for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed this and got some questions answered that you need. If you have
Absolutely.
any additional questions, you can add them to this video and Edward
Mhm.
would check back and look and see if he can answer those questions for you, or you can message him directly. So
Yes.
I hope that you guys enjoyed this, and we will speak to you soon.
Thank y'all
Bye.
so much. Thank you so much for joining. Please ask as many questions as possible. I want to serve you. Thank you.
Okay, fabulous.
Yeah, it's still recording.
Yeah, I'm gonna pause the recording now here.
Okay.